Pisces, hello, Amanda here. Welcome to the Unseen Hands Collective. This is going to be your December shift reading. So we're looking at the shape you're shifting out of this month, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shape shift looks and feels like. The image that's coming to me for you this month, Pisces, is an image of a life raft. More specifically, there's this collective imagery that's been coming through for some time of a flood. That's the collective image that came through in November, was like a huge influx, a wave coming in and flooding the landscape. Now, of course, we can attribute that to any number of things that are happening collectively for us. But what I'm seeing for you this month is being in that flood, being caught in that flood, and someone coming through and handing out a raft to you, or maybe you're the one handing out the raft and helping others out of that intense flood energy, where otherwise they may be overwhelmed by it. They may drown in that flood, and you seem to be helping them out, or you are being helped out of that situation. And so let's look at your cards here. We're using the brand new Fifth Spirit Tarot by Charlie Claire Burgess, and it's lovely. Been really, really lovely to get to know this deck through your December shifts. So here's your shape shift in December. The shape you're shifting out of is the Ace of Wands, and the shape you're shifting into here is the Three. And actually, this image is very evocative of what I saw in the beginning of that life raft. I mean, especially if you look at this horizon line as like a water line, like a flood water as far as the eye can see. It's like these hot air balloons are coming in and lifting people up and out of that and sending them to higher ground or up into the sky where they might be safe. And it's almost like the Ace of Wands is speaking to me here of like an idea, maybe a pretty radical idea here for how to make that happen. We could be looking at mutual aid here. We could be looking at a moment where, I'm recording this at the time when the country is beginning to shut back down again here in the United States in the face of an uncontrollable COVID wave. This whole thing could be a metaphor for COVID. And so far we have no government assistance, no help. And so I hope by the time you're listening to that changes. But it seems to me that it's like, it may be Pisces, it's up to you to think of a way to change the outcome here, or to help people in what otherwise is a completely overwhelming, intense situation. And, sometimes the Three of Wands is this energy of like waiting for your ships to come in. And that's so interesting given the context of this flood imagery, because it's like waiting for rescue, like waiting for someone to rescue you. And this Ace of Wands is like, I've got the idea. I'm going to take action on it. I can do it. Like realizing that the power, firepower, the power is in your hands to take action on this. That maybe you don't necessarily have to wait. And then beautifully, what your shift looks and feels like. The Queen of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the King of Cups. And first of all, I love this Mr. Rogers energy showing up here, because I think that's actually really valuable in terms of the philosophy driving this of like, let's help our neighbor. Like that's what this really feels like is, hey, my neighbors are in trouble. We are in trouble here. How can we boost the community? How can we lift us up out of this? And it is cultivating this spirit of the helper, of the Mr. Rogers energy is bringing in here. But it's cool because this Two of Cups, along with the King and Queen, is really speaking to me of your spirit, Pisces, because there's all this fire energy, which is like inciting us into action, inciting you perhaps into action in the ways that you can help. But then the experience of this shift is, I think, you really uniting the different parts of you and like your particular energy, because this is water energy and you Pisces are a water sign. So it's like, okay, how can I help? And we're looking at the Queen of Cups is showing a talent for intuitive work here. You know, we see this bowl of water, and it's almost like this person is scrying or looking into the reflection to see what's going on here. And then we've got all these pendulums, and pendulums are definitely symbols of divination and finding water. Okay, so lots of water energy. So it's like you're marrying the part of you that dips into the emotional, intuitive nature, your emotional, intuitive nature, with the part of you that emotionally wants to help others, has compassion for your neighbor, and wants to be of service. And so it's like with these forces combined within you, these cups coming together, you may be able to come up with an idea. And actually I'm seeing this as eclipse energy as well, you know, and we're heading into eclipse season here in December. So you may be able to come up with an idea and a way to help, a way to bring relief and lift yourself and others up out of this situation. Ooh, Pisces, I really hope that's true. Yeah, it's just so interesting too that in these cards, there's all this water energy. You know, there's this like pool of water here in the Queen of Cups. There's the wave splashing in the Two of Cups. And you could even see this as the rope, like tying ropes together to be like, okay, hang on, I'm going to throw you this rope, pull you in. And then the ropes present here in the hot air balloons as well. Yeah. Pisces, you may be playing a big part in relief from the overwhelming energy that is happening here in December. Okay, very lovely reading, Pisces. I'm excited to dive into this deeper and see what this really means for you, and like the more personal implications for this. You know, maybe this has to do with your work. Maybe this has to do with like what you can build with what you have already built, and how you can use what you have to help, basically. Anyway, I'm excited to dive into this deeper. We're going to take it into an extended reading. I'm going to use other decks and pull for clarification on this energy. So if you'd like to join me for the rest of this reading, head over to unseenhandscollective.com, where you can find the extended reading in the shop and also in our monthly memberships to receive your extended every month, along with your shift scopes and guidebooks to really pull this energy in for December. All right, Pisces, thanks for being here. See you soon. Pisces, like your gifts, your what you possess, your power is that deep. You have to crack the surface of it. It's like you've only cracked the tip of the iceberg here with your abilities and your capabilities and your gifts. It's like you gotta go deeper. You gotta go below the surface, because there's this gorgeous thing that's ready to crack open, currently concealed from you. And then this lovely, here's that Ace of Wands energy. There's the yes. It's like what you and the crystal ball here, which feels so Queen of Cups. It's like what you intuit, what you feel, trust that. Say yes to that. It's a yes, Pisces. Go for it.